Hi, welcome seekers. It has been a very good while since I have done a public reading for you guys. This is actually going to be an extended on the one that was recently posted on my Instagram. It is a message from your ancestors. We're just going to go ahead and go into more detail about what these cards mean, or at least what I'm picking up intuitively from your ancestors and guides that came through today for those who picked the Celestite crystal, okay? We also have the divination dice here that have, the zodiac sign Libra, the North Node, as well as the South Node and number 6. So we're going to go ahead and dive on into what these cards mean. Let's go ahead and review what cards we got for your reading, just to make sure this is the right one that you are looking at. So we have Oracle here. We have Shaman. We have Heart Guardian, as well as Shapeshifter. Our next set of cards was Readiness, Visualization, and Intuition. So the first card we have here is Oracle. So what I'm getting from this is that your ancestors have been longing to tell you a message for a good while now. Maybe you've been in denial. Maybe you just haven't really gave it much thought. But I have a really strong feeling that one day you woke up and you were like, well, maybe I should dive into divination practices. Maybe I should dive into symbolism. Maybe I should dive into what things mean, what beyond the surface level meaning of things. So this message, however it's going to come through to you, has most likely already came through to you, and if not, will come to you soon. The next card we have here is Shaman. Trust in higher forces. So maybe you've been digging into shamanism. Maybe you've been digging into shamanic practices. Maybe you're taking courses online to learn shamanism. Maybe it runs in your blood. Because you know what? Even thinking about this message maybe that they've been wanting to tell you is that you come most likely from a long line of healers. And if you didn't know it, excuse my camera from shaking. And if you didn't know that you came from a long line of healers, just ask your family members, ask if you had, ask an elder and a relative, somebody who knows more about this. I'm getting from them that they really want you to get in touch with your elders, okay? And if you don't have elders to look forward to, dig into your ancestry. Go further deep into what you can pick up and understand what the cultural significances have to play with shamanism and your ancestral line. They're telling you to trust this power that you have carried with you in this life. This is the power that they carried with them, and that they are trusting you to carry forth, to not be afraid of it, to not be intimidated by it, just to go forth with the ultimate power that they have conjured up for you to carry on. You're essentially the torch for them. They're like your cheerleaders, in other words. They're the ones who are really rooting you on, and they're hoping and praying and holding faith, holding a vision for you that you are going to sustain on this path, that you are not going to quit, and that you're going to continue to move forward. So the next card we have here is Heart Guardian. It says, love and let yourself be loved. As mentioned in the real video on the Instagram page, on my Instagram page, I had said something about, at least what I picked up, that your ancestors are reminding you that your greatest power comes from love. So whatever you do not close your heart off. Do not let in any sort of vibration that dims or closes your heart from truly expressing itself. That's where your medicine comes from. That's where their medicine came from. And maybe that's why they're rooting you on so much in this life and really hoping that you're going to stick with the path of shamanism, because they were too afraid to utilize this power of love. They probably restricted themselves. They probably in some way used something or in some sense went against the very essence of love, which carried on as a trauma, as a generational trauma, that they're hoping you would break out of this for them and for yourself, because most likely you've experienced this entrapment, this closed off, bird in a cage kind of feel of not really trusting your heart. They are telling you today, they're telling you in this reading, that it is okay to trust yourself. It is okay to be loved, and it is okay to love. It is okay to love others. It is more than okay to love where you come from. Okay, next card we have is Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. I think they're telling you that there's no such thing as excuses now. I mean, there's no going back either, because once you open your heart to the practice, to the ancestral healing, to all of this that has to do with the family and the ancestral line, you carry the essence of a shapeshifter, somebody who is a dream walker, somebody who can shift into different animal energies and utilize them in their daily practices. They're telling you essentially there's no sense of carrying this power with you if you won't utilize it. So transform and unveil your gifts. Allow them to come open. Let them come in whatever essence that they want to come in. I mean, whatever animal form, if animal medicine calls to you, or animal symbolism calls to you, maybe even if, I mean, when I see the wolf, I think instinctual, someone who is very much able to carry on their own. And maybe that's why they chose you. No, I'm not even going to say maybe. That's most likely why they chose you to carry the torch. Because they knew you could stand strong. They knew you can hold this energy, this intense energy of being the healer of the family line. You're able to see things as the golden eagle sees things, from the highest perspective. They also remind you, even though you can fly as high and you can see the broader picture of things, to also pay attention to the small details. Do not miss the small details, because a wolf, they don't miss the small details. They are paying attention to every move, every action, every feeling. I strongly have a feeling that birds have a lot of bird symbolism has a lot to do with your life in correlation. Maybe you find a lot of feathers. Maybe you notice certain birds, maybe birds of prey like the golden eagle, or maybe, a regular bald eagle, or maybe even hawks or ospreys or vultures or something along those lines, even parrots or even a parakeet. Maybe you're just attracted to birds and feathers and the way and what they symbolize, that ultimate freedom, that ultimate higher perspective of things, the flight, the essence of the wind energy, the transformational energy. All right, the next cards we have here are readiness, visualization, and intuition. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book here. Give me a moment. There is work to be done, but there's going to be a great benefit also in this work that you're doing. You're reminded to remain ready, and this means not leaving things to the last minute or neglecting the finer details. Kind of like what I said about the shapeshifter. How even with the bird essence that runs in your family, make sure, even though you see things from a broader perspective, not to miss the finer details in things. The advice of someone you trust or who is experienced, successful in the area that concerns you, maybe in shamanism, healing, whatever natural healing modalities or energetic healing modalities you may be looking into, will be of immense value right now. So don't put it off any longer. Examine every possibility and do not pass over anything without having a closer look. Okay. So the next card we have here is visualization. Let's see what visualization has for us. Okay. All right. Let's see. The time is approaching when you will receive what it is you have dreamed of. This could be the message that your ancestors are giving to you, the power you've been waiting for, right? The understanding of the power. That's what I'm getting right now. So be ready. The answer is yes to the questions, and perhaps with added dimensions you hadn't really thought of before. Goal planning and setting, checking in, resolutions, and reorganizations will all benefit from your visualization. This flower in this card, the petunia, helps you see what is possible and then extend to an even higher and bigger possibilities. So psychic abilities could be more enhanced. Messages and readings are all indicated, and you may find yourself exploring these skills and gifts yourself with positive outcomes. Arts and creative activities which turn into jobs are also strongly associated with this card. So be careful of getting lost in pipe dreams, okay? So losing touch with reality is a no-go. And not putting action into your plans is a no-go. So please plan ahead. Be very careful. Pay attention to the finer details. The answer is yes. Everything is confirmed. Your ancestors are telling you it is confirmed. It is so. The last card we have here is intuition. Let's see what intuition has for us today. All right. So this flower will assist you in meditating and understanding dreams and visions and feelings. This flower is called the desert thorn apple. It will often indicate that you need to look beneath the surface, that there is no more going on than what meets the eye. Okay? So creative blocks are self-imposed. So if you're having any sort of creative blocks, they're because you're allowing that to happen, okay? And they're easily lifted if you simply do the work and take the first step. The same goes for indecision at this time. So whatever you feel indecisive about, whatever you still feel like you don't have clarity about, you may actually find new creative ideas are forthcoming. It's always right before the biggest, it's always before your biggest inspiration or your biggest upgrade that things kind of just seem really stagnant and it's not going nowhere and you feel like you should give up on it. Your ancestors are telling you right now, your power, your understanding of the healing ways will come if you keep going at it, of course, right? If you keep going at it and if you just trust the unfoldment of it, trust the unfoldment of your capabilities. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes discernment, it takes dedication. Don't allow yourself to give up. Maybe some of your ancestors did, and that's where some of the trauma lies. And if you want what's best for your outcome, for your family line, they're encouraging you through spirit. Okay, last but not least, we're going to go ahead and dive into the divination dice. We have Libra here. We also have a South Node as well as number 6. So for Libra, this could be especially for those who have Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so Libra is all about balance, right? Balancing the duality of the energies of both the masculine and the feminine energy, right? Also, Libras are known to strive to create this equilibrium on all aspects of life, right? So there's balance indicated here. So for the North Node, I keep saying North Node. For the South Node, it is renownedly known that this is connected to our past lives. So maybe you're clearing the karma, what I had just mentioned about the ancestral line. You could be clearing any karma that they were too essentially afraid to face. They got too stuck in a 3D with understanding only a limited perspective of things, and here you are, you come in and you're really looking to expand your thought forms and understanding that perspectives aren't only just one way, and it doesn't have to be just a certain way because your family says it's a certain way. It is the way that you want it to be, so whatever way you choose will be the way that serves you best. So we also have number 6 here. Number 6 in numerology, in the tarot deck, I didn't use tarot for this reading, but in the tarot deck, number 6 symbolizes the Lover's card. It's the 6th card in the deck. The major arcana would be the Lover's card, right? So the Lover's card talks about it's essentially when two souls come together, yes, but it's also signifying the balance between the masculine and the feminine, right? So this could be that balance that I was talking about from from the Libra dice, right? So indicating that that is a part of your abundance. That is a part of your gift that is being bestowed upon you right now. Ultimate balance and love and balance of the family, balance of the home, balance of understanding that you have a magnetism about you that attracts essentially all walks of life, okay? I mean, this means animals, this means people, this means energies, benevolent beings, right? Star beings. You have this magnetism that pulls forth this natural rhythm of the ultimate balance between both the masculine and the feminine. You're also being reminded through this reading that you have a special gift of being able to transform any environment into your own solace, into your own home. You have this capability of turning anything into a home-like environment. So continue what you're doing. Your ancestors are way more than proud of you. I mean, they're honored and grateful to have chosen you. And I really, really strongly feel that this message was guided for you. And I really hope you found resonance with this message and that it really calls out to you and that you continue to do what you're doing because you're meant to be doing it. Okay? Thank you for watching this reading. This has been a reading by Mystic Seeker, aka Elaine. I have been happy to serve you with this reading. And if you want to book a reading with me, do not hesitate. Go ahead and direct message me on Instagram. It'd be xmystic_seekerx at Instagram.com, or you can message me at seeker_circle at Instagram. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, Seekers.